All right, so this is something you guys shared on my Discord, probably because at one point on stream, I started explaining all about my irrational fear of water, and this is something that I assume has a lot to do with the video because I saw Lucy's tweet from earlier where she was inquiring about people's fears, and later on, she posted this video and she was like, "Oh yeah, hi, you water fearing crowd or whatever." So I'm actually kind of weirdly curious about watching this video. When it comes to my own fear of water, I don't know if this is like about big animals or whatever. Mine is mostly revolving around the ones you can't see, like the jellyfish, like the really, really small ones that are just like a couple of millimeters big and that you can't see that just like go and poison you and you just die within 24 hours and there's nothing you can do. And of course there's the big jellyfish as well that are as big as a building or as a house. And sometimes when I really want to wake myself up, I will go and Google these big jellyfish that basically stand compared to like the little divers that you can't even see in the pictures. I have plenty of these stories, but before I start telling them, I kind of want to watch this video.
I would rather fist a rabid raccoon
Oh
than
god.
step foot into the ocean. Yes, it's true. I don't know what started it, but I have always been terrified of the sea. Even as a child, I was
See, I've never legitimately stepped foot into the ocean. I don't really make a difference between like those vast water surfaces and even the smaller ones because even when going to the sea, like when I would dive underwater and see the bottom of the water, whether it's sea or ocean or whatever it is just as scary. And especially during that time where the water when the water is shallow and you just kind of you need to step there but you don't know if something lives in the sand. And last time I was on vacation, like all across the sand there were these little holes that those little I don't know if they're shrimp or whatever would live, and that just made me very anxious about stepping onto the sand at all because I had a feeling that they would just like I don't know, would just come out and grab me because there was this one time that I saw them, like when I accidentally ruined one of these little houses of theirs. Like they just kind of like one of their little is it called leg or whatever, it just kind of popped out and it started like fixing that little hole. And it was the scariest thing. Like I know that in theory they can't hurt you, but it's disgusting.
convinced there was a shark waiting somewhere in the swimming
Oh,
pool, biding his time until he could bite off a chunk of this fat ass. Legend
yo, imagine a shark was actually swimming towards you. Like I don't know, like in that particular scenario, I really hope if it ever happens to me that I am just strong enough to like break my own neck before it gets me, like for me to do something. Because like if you want to like I don't know, finish it quickly before the shark actually gets to you and you submerge and you try to, drown to death or whatever, it's just not going to happen fast enough. I do not know what I would do if I saw a shark. I know the pain only lasts for a couple of seconds. And do you know how they say that sometimes big amounts of adrenaline make you less tasty for animals? I sure as hell hope that if it ever happens to me, that my adrenaline is so high that the shark just kind of spits me out and realizes that I wasn't a worthy meal after all.
that
Ugh.
he's still there, waiting for me. But at the same time, I'm a masochist, so isn't it great that the internet makes sure I can experience that deep discomfort from the safety of my
I
own home?
know.
Yeah, today is all about the one, the only r/thalassophobia, which is a thing apparently. We just have subreddits for the things we're terrified of. Why do we do this to ourselves? At least I have an actual
Google actually has made it possible. If you are scared of something, your trauma is one click away. And I'm not even talking about the websites. I'm talking about like the direct feed to your trauma, which is the Google images. Whatever you're afraid of, if you ever want to just scare yourself shitless, just go and look it up without any possibility of like backing out when you read the website title or whatever. No, just go to Google Images and just unapologetically Google whatever you are scared of, and I swear you will find the most incredible things that will keep you up at night forever.
Answer, which is YouTube entertainment value. Everyone else? Insane. I'm also gonna be rating each picture based on how scary it is. Pretty simple system though. The scale is gonna be out of 5, so like 1 being I would dip my toes in that, and 5 being watch out, I'm gonna morb! So now that you know the deal, let's get started. I really gotta give the people who designed this subreddit credit. They're already
Oh
right out of
god.
the gate making this as disturbing as possible with the whole water gradient in the background. Alright, so this first one says my first time watching Titanic when I was pretty young was also the first time I experienced thalassophobia. Wait, you guys remember in the beginning when I
Really?
said I actually don't know why I have this problem? I do remember now. I watched Titanic I think when I was 3 years old. That really
Titanic is like one of those movies that we all watched when we were like 5, at least my generation, I suppose. And in reality, that movie, if it came out today, it would probably be rated in so many ways that young kids couldn't even watch it. Starting with like all the like I don't know sexual scenes, and then dying, and like all this stuff. And then if you include phobias, which is probably going to be another type of rating that's going to be popular in about 10 years or so, if it isn't super popular just yet. I think Titanic would not be as watched as it was, and I'm pretty sure that we all suffer some trauma from it. And regardless of how stupid it was to like not just kind of scoot over a little bit and make enough room for another human so that he doesn't freeze to death and just fall into the water as well. I don't know. The movie is just full of disturbances on its own.
to explain it. Alright, let's see. There are scarier scenes than that. So here's the difference with me. When it comes to thalassophobia, I am scared of the depths, but mostly because once you reach a certain point of depth, there's basically 0% chance you're gonna make it back to the
Yeah.
surface, especially if you
He's not
can't
coming
swim
back.
like me. And
Spoiler
drowning
alert.
is my number one fear. I'm like irrationally afraid of drowning. So when I think about the worst scene in the Titanic, it's probably the part where she goes back down into the ship to rescue his ass, and the just water is all the way up to her chest. No, that's so scary. Oh god. No, 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 no.
In hindsight, that scene was completely pointless when you take a look at the big picture here of what happened. It feels bad.
No, 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 no. I don't like that even a little bit. Not even, no, not slightly. That's like a 3. Yeah, that's scary, but there are worse parts of the Titanic. Trust me on that.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm ever so slightly terrified. So this is a picture, I assume, of a dude underneath an iceberg. How the... this sounds so stupid. I didn't actually realize you could swim around these things. Yeah, don't ask me why. I guess I'm just a certified idiot.
I would assume not, because everyone, when they talk about like tips of the icebergs, you expect the tip to be like here, and like the whole iceberg to be so deep down. Like that phrase has been used so many times that I think people have forgotten all about the icebergs, where the majority of the iceberg is actually up top.
Honestly, I know there are a lot of people who are scared of icebergs, but they're not really... Icebergs aren't really that scary for me. I feel like the iceberg just gets in the way of what would be a lot scarier, which is just the sea by itself. So this picture doesn't really do it to me. I mean, not that I'm gonna dip my toes into it though. It's gonna be like a 2 on the scale for
I
me
agree.
personally. Alright, posted on Damn That's Interesting, but thought it fit better here. This is a picture of an iceberg that I can see how it's kind
I think when it comes to like the water and all this stuff, like calm water is a lot less scary to me than just the violent water, like the water that has energy that moves, where the creatures aren't the scariest thing. Like I always used to be kind of uncomfortable with those movies like tsunamis and these just like scenes where people are standing on the beach and waiting for their death, and they're seeing this big wave coming. It's like the energy that is in that wave is just incredible, and that I think is what scares me the most about the drawing. It's the pain of that water just like throwing you somewhere. Ugh.
Kinda sorta scary. It just goes to show that there's so much inside the ocean that our eyes are just not capable of perceiving because we can't see through that dark blue surface. Can you believe there are people who go swimming in the ocean for fun? Actual insanity. I'm gonna rate this one like a 3.5 on the scale. Definitely spooky. Alright, not sure how to feel about this one. Let's see. Alright, what's going on here? Oh no, 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 no! No, 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 no! Oh, that's fake. That's so fake. You had me going! All you had to do was show me a guy, like, rowing along in that tiny little boat, and that would have been scary enough. You didn't have to edit a fake eye into it. Okay, I'm rating that a 1 on the scale because I'm sticking my toes in there so I can kick him in the eyeball. How dare you ruin that scary ocean with a little fake eyeball? I can't stand it. Get out of here. Get out of here! Alright, don't look down. Oh, I already don't like this one. Yeah, let's see. Alright, when you're in water 6,000 feet deep and realize. No, I hate the way that looks.
6,000 feet. Oh my god, I don't even operate in feet and it's already scary.
I hate the way that looks so much. Most of what's below you is darkness. It just looks like pure blue. That's not even what like darkness looks like in our minds. Darkness is black, right? But in the ocean, there's no difference between the blue and the black that we experience like in the middle of the night. That's terrifying. How can you not understand? We are not meant to be in the ocean. Why can't we realize this? Why do we go in the ocean anyway? I can't figure it out. This is gonna haunt me. Alright, fishing at night in the Philippines. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty dark. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you got me. That's pretty.
Why would you?
Oh! No.
Oh no.
Why would you? Oh, that's the Loch Ness monster. You found her! She's there! See, I can imagine people thinking they spotted the Loch Ness monster all because it was really dark and they just couldn't recognize what sea monster that was at
But holy shit, what is that? Like, what is this thing?
the time. I mean, I shouldn't call them monsters. They belong in the sea, but you get what I'm going for, right? Yeah, the ocean, already scary, gets like 10 times scarier at night. I'm gonna put that as a 4 on the fear factor. I'm very close to morbing, but not quite there yet. Absolutely mortifying video from Twitter. Alright, show me. Yeah, okay. Like,
okay,
things like this
bad,
are slightly less scary to me because he's surrounded by foliage, so, like, if he got knocked into the water, he could probably hold on to something, right? But it is still pretty disturbing. I wouldn't want to be in his place anyway.
What is mortifying about this?
Just become an anime character, dude. You don't need to shave if you're like made out of pixels. It's fine. Is this it? I'm just looking at this? This is all I'm looking at? So far, this is pretty relaxing. Maybe it's just because I'm especially scared of the ocean, and then when it comes to things like rivers or lakes, I suppose, I'm way less scared. There's just something about the... Oh! Oh, you got me! Oh, you got me! Oh, you got me! Oh, you got me! Oh, you got me so good! No, this is awful! No, this is awful! That's bad! No,
what is that lives there? Jesus!
What happened? What was that? You can't trust anything in this world? I really thought it was going to be okay. Oh, the way that the camera, like the microphone is like blocked by the water. Oh, that's so... Oh, I hate that. Oh, I'm gonna morb. Oh, that's a 5. That's a hardcore 5. I'm morbing out right now. Yeah.
Because he didn't really want to be in the water. That is what's truly mortifying about this. He had no intention of doing this. Like the people who go into the ocean with the intention of exploring and get eaten, fuck them. That's their fault. But this, like, he never wanted to be in there in the first place.
Get out of there, dude. You don't want to be there anymore. Get away. Go home. In Bora Bora, and I was told to jump in the water and follow our guides. This was the result. Okay, this is another 20-second video. Let's check it out. Oh! It's very pretty, don't get me wrong. I will rate this a 1.5 out of 5. I would like get the very tip of my pinky toe in there and then run away because the water is very pristine looking. But no, I'm not dealing with that for very long. My last post was really popular and I thought people would like more from the same dive.
Which
Okay.
one is
Oh,
this?
that's dark, grimy.
That is
Oh, this
green.
looks like it's in a post-apocalyptic video game. I can see it right now. The little fishies.
Oh,
Listen, I am scared of just animals in general. So some people say, oh, fish are fine. It's the sharks I'm scared of. No, I'm scared of everything in the ocean. If it touches me, I'm gonna morb out. So let's hope.
like fish touching you is not what you'd expect it to be. Um, on our last vacation, when we went to the coast, we brought like pie. It was like a cheese pie or pastry or something to the sea, and a toddler who was 2 at the time, he sat there and he started eating in the water. And like as the crumbs were falling down, like all the little fish would come and they would like start eating, but soon we realized that we can actually feed them. Like they didn't really mind humans. I guess they were used to them. So we took like little pieces of the pastry and like put it in the water, and the fish were like that big. And like the fish approaches the little pastry, right? And it bites onto it and it starts like going like this. But that sensation of the little fish and you actually holding something with your human hand actually feeling that movement and moving slightly, like the energy with which that fish can bite into that small piece of pastry is unfathomable to me. And those were the small fish. After we started like actually intentionally throwing in more like bigger pastry pieces to see what kind of fish would come, and that was very shallow water, that was not scary. The big fish came and then they chased away the small fish, and that's where I lost all the courage, and I couldn't hold these pieces anymore, because like if a big fish attaches to it and starts like shaking it, I'm losing my shit. No
But that
thanks.
never happens. Don't worry, I'm gonna do my best to prevent it from happening. Wait, was that really all the video? I mean, the video is just kind of gross looking. It's not particularly scary as far as
Looks
thalassophobia
dirty.
goes. I'm gonna give that a 2. It is a little bit spoopy, but not that much compared to other things I have seen. Alright, the eerie silence of depths, thalassophobia at its finest. Alright, what is this? This has very surreal vibes. Wait, no, this isn't one of those underground cave things, is it? Those are
What?
so scary. Like, the only thing worse than diving in the ocean is cave diving in the ocean. Why would you do that to yourself? Do you have no fear of death or God? Listen, people that are actually willing to go out and explore the ocean are built of a material that I will never be made of. Oh my gosh, this is such a long video. Alright, let me skip through. Oh, that's a bad skip. Oh, that's I don't like
Oh,
that at all. Oh, I don't like that.
that's
No, no,
ice.
no, 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 no,
That
no,
is
no, 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 no,
terrible.
no, 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 no. I hate that. Where is he right now? This is so disorienting. I'm assuming that's like ice blocking him from surfacing. How do you hold your breath this long? No, get out of there. Why are you doing?
This is why that Harry Potter scene from the Deathly Hallows was so disturbing to me. Like, I do not enjoy this footage of people being trapped under ice and like frantically, well, he's not frantic, but I would be like frantically looking for an escape like under the vast surface of ice that is just like not there, and you have no energy to punch through the water, because in the water you are just a weakling because the physics said so, is
This? I hate how black and dark it is. Wait, what? This video has to be like super edited. Is this all like 3D CGI? Is this like a rendition of sorts?
no.
Oh, this is the part where
Sorry.
everyone's gonna be like, Lucy, how did you not know? Dang, it was so obvious. Well, as it turns out, my eyes aren't very good at perceiving those different pixels. I am an anime character after all. That's my excuse anyway. Part of me still thinks this is real and just a bunch of clips spliced
Is
and
it
put
edited?
together. But at the same time, believing that it's fake is gonna help me sleep at night. So yeah, that's gonna be a 4 out of 5 for me. I'm the one recording and I thought it belongs here. Okay, right, we have some more green stuff going on here. Oh, I hate that. It's so murky. You can't see
Oh.
anything. See, I have bad vision as it is. When I'm not streaming or recording a video, I'm wearing my little glasses. And I remember what it was like to not be able to see things the way that other people saw them. Like, for example, I used to not know that leaves had individual shapes and they were kind of just green blobs. And Seeing this video reminds me of what it's
Oh
like to
shit.
see the world without 20/20 vision. It's very uncomfortable. The ocean forcing me to be unable to see it once again. Very uncomfy vibe there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give this 3.5 out of 5. Pretty spoopy. I would be so scared of falling in. Yeah, I don't like that at all. That music's kind of cringe.
No,
It's like
not
I
at
said, because
all.
when you're on top of the water, you
See,
can't
this
really.
this is what I said about the water energy that I don't like. Like any water that moves for me is just a big nope.
See what's underneath. So even though there's technically nothing there when it shows you the underwater shot, that's still so scary. There's like a whole world underneath there that you just don't know about and you can't see. And to go
And
under
you're
there and
there.
try to see it would put you at a great disadvantage because you can't even breathe under there. I hope this is helping people understand exactly why the ocean is so scary. This is a 3 out of 5. Perfectly encapsulates exactly why I'm scared of the ocean. But I want to put this out there. I feel like I'm gonna get so many comments that are just like, Lucy, why are you scared of it? It's so pretty. And yes, I can acknowledge that. This is very pretty. This is very beautifully shot. The water looks really nice. I just don't want to be there. The idea that I could be put there and forced to try and swim? No. I can see pretty stuff. I look at the sky and there's a rainbow. That's pretty. I don't have to go to.
Like having to swim in such an environment just gives you a feeling of hopelessness. You are, like she said, you are at such a disadvantage in that vast amount of water that you just like there is no amount of energy you could invest into swimming to outswim something that wants to get you. I would be so demotivated to swim there. I'd be like, well, if I'm swimming, I'm just buying myself a little bit of time until I get spotted because everything that's in there is just faster than me. It's disgusting.
The ocean to experience beauty? No, I'm following my ancestors. If I wanted to be a sea creature, I never would have learned how to walk on land, Bill Wirt
Yeah.
style. That's a hard pass from me, thank you. Oh, there's a dude underwater. They always start me out so hard. What are you doing? Why are you going even deeper? Why does he keep going deeper? And how are you doing that? Oh my gosh. You go down a few feet and the pressure on your ears is killer. Yeah, that's the thing. The ocean is so anti-human life. Why is it that we've explored space more than we've explored the ocean, it feels like? The pressure, the further you go down into
How
the
does he
ocean, just
stand
makes it
there?
pretty much impossible to actually get anywhere. So I can only imagine how it must feel when you're swimming, just
Is
raw
that breath
dogging the water
diving?
like that. Oof. I mean, to be fair, this isn't that scary, but it is uncomfortable. I'm gonna have to give this a 2.5 out of 5 because
This
it
is
is
not that
comfortable when I
bad,
really
but
look at it. Imagine being so trapped in a state where you are unable to save yourself. I don't want to imagine because I imagine that in my nightmares. I don't like all the bubbles. I don't like the air bubbles coming up. I don't like the way
that looks very panicky.
that they're waving around. I hate every single aspect of this. Yeah, what? No, what? No! No, 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 no! What is that? No, oh, this is like real? Oh, this is like a real situation. This is what I'm afraid of. This is what I'm scared of. This is a 5 out of 5. I'm gonna morgue so hard right now. Like, look at all those bubbles. You can't see anything. Like, imagine the panic. And there's like nothing you can do about it. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that they made it out of there. That's so scary. I'm just scared
Maybe
of
they made it
drowning.
out.
Ever since I watched, I think PewDiePie, he played something called Drowning Simulator. I've never forgotten about that simulator, even to this day. No, it's just
Why would anyone in their right mind play that? Why?
so scary because there's literally nothing you can do about it in that situation. You're just delaying the inevitable. No, I don't think I could do it. That's a 5 out of 5, and that's enough internet for me today. And that's thalassophobia. I hope that you're
Wow.
also afraid of the ocean now so that I can
Thanks.
add another one to our ranks. And also so I can feel better about myself for being terrified of something that other people think is really cool and poggers. I know a lot of you also share this phobia based on the Twitter question that I asked. Solidarity. And tell me, which phobia should I do next? Then next
Oh,
time,
God.
hopefully I won't be actually scared and I can just clown on everyone in the comments who is scared. Expose yourself if you dare.
That was terrible. What if we fear most now is what we died of in the past? A lot of you have died from a woman talking to you, apparently. Oh my god! Oh, what a diss. That was mortifying.